Some stories make you laugh. Some make you cry. Some make you reflect on greed, love, and what it means to be human. Headphone. This is Soul Tales Daily, where every day brings a real emotion. Right finger hit subscribe so you won't miss the story that speaks to you. Yellow heart. Dad, can you help me find my smile again? Mark's life as a single father wasn't a romantic movie, it was more of a chaotic action comedy, with his 8-year-old son, Oliver, as the lead director. After his wife passed away, Mark thought he had lost everything. Little did he know, the upcoming clumsy, tear-jerkingly funny moments were the very magic he needed to heal his heart. Mornings in their small London house always started with a race. Mark, a 40-year-old brown-haired dad, was desperately searching for a clean sock. His 8-year-old blonde-haired son, Oliver, was trying to put a t-shirt in the toaster. Their life was a beautiful mess, but behind the laughter, Mark carried a heavy sadness. Oliver. Dad, do you think this t-shirt will get crispy? Mark. No, son, it'll burn. Help me find my sock. Laundry was a true battle. Mark stood in the middle of a mountain of clothes, feeling utterly exhausted. Oliver, in his brave knight spirit, decided to help by throwing socks at the ceiling as if they were fighter jets. Mark could only look at his son and give a bitter smile. Mark. Oliver, what are you doing? Oliver. I'm saving the world from dirty socks, Dad. Cooking was no better. Mark tried to make a simple dinner, but his son secretly added flour to the soup, creating a white cloud. The dad sighed, but then he saw his son's mischievous smile and couldn't get mad. Oliver. Dad, do you think this soup will be better with snow? Mark. Of course, son, but only if the snow is cheese. Their grumpy neighbor, Mrs. Higgins, a strict woman with gray hair, always found something to complain about. One afternoon, she knocked on the door to complain about the noise. Mark tried to apologize, but Oliver, hiding behind him, secretly stuck his tongue out and made funny faces at the neighbor. Mrs. Higgins. You need to control your son, Mark. I hear a ruckus all day. Mark. I'm sorry, Mrs. Higgins. We'll try. Mark's birthday was approaching. Oliver decided to bake a cake for his dad, secretly in the kitchen. When Mark walked in, he saw a chaotic scene. Oliver stood in the middle of a battlefield of flour, cream, and chocolate. The cake had completely collapsed. Mark looked at the disastrous cake, then at his son, and a wave of sadness and disappointment suddenly washed over him. Mark. Oliver. The cake. What happened? Oliver. I wanted it to be beautiful for you, but... Mark felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. He sank to the floor, burying his face in his hands, and sobbed. The grief of losing his wife, the struggles of being a single father, and the failure to create a happy moment for his son, all came pouring out. Oliver looked at his crying dad, his face confused and scared. Oliver. Dad, don't be sad. Mark. I'm okay, son. I'm just tired. Oliver, with his small hands covered in cream, gently took his father's hand. He looked straight into Mark's eyes, a tiny but determined look filled with love. In that very moment, Mark realized that what he needed wasn't a perfect life, but his son's love. Oliver. I still love you, even if the cake isn't pretty. Mark. Me too, son. I love you so much. Mark looked at the disastrous cake and burst out laughing. A genuine, heartfelt laugh. Both father and son sat on the kitchen floor, scooping up the ruined cake with their hands. Flour flew everywhere, cream was on their faces, but they were laughing more joyfully than ever before. Mark. This is the best cake I've ever had. Oliver. Then have some more. That night, Mark and Oliver sat on the sofa, hugging each other, eating the last pieces of the cake. The house was still messy, but the air was filled with love and comfort. Mark had learned that happiness isn't about perfection, it's about finding laughter in the chaos, with the people you love. Mark. Son, I love you. Thank you for helping me find my smile again. Oliver. I love you too. Are you sad anymore? Mark. No, son. I'm not sad anymore. Years later, Mark and Oliver still lived in that small house. Everything was still a bit chaotic, but now every lost sock and every failed cake had become a precious memory. Together, they had rebuilt a family that was far from perfect but full of love and laughter, proving that loss is just a part of life, but the love of family is what lasts forever. This story is a reminder that happiness isn't found in perfection. Sometimes, loss and hardship are opportunities for us to find hidden strength and genuine love within our families. The love of a child, a father's patience, and courage can heal all wounds and help us weather any storm in life. If this story touched your heart, Please hit subscribe to join us in spreading meaningful and inspiring stories about family love.